If we truly care about all of those who make up our society, and by the way, we should, those of us who live comfortably and beyond need to ask a couple of tough questions. What is the worth of the comforts and luxuries we enjoy? And is it worth the inequality, going without, and having no hope that those things impose on far too many of our fellow citizens? In a recent New York Times op-ed piece, Ezra Klein wrote, quote, "The American economy runs on poverty, or at least the constant threat of it. Americans like their goods cheap and their services plentiful, and the two of them together require a sprawling labor force willing to work tough jobs at crummy wages." End of quote. Again, if you're willing to be honest, you'll have to admit to more than a grain of truth in that statement. With an open mind, it's easy to understand why somebody isn't excited about going back to a $9 an hour job in, say, a poorly ventilated restaurant kitchen. And yet the news that those jobs were going unfilled caused at least 25 Republican governors and one Democrat governor to move to cut expanded unemployment benefits early. While unstated, the obvious outcome is to force people with few other resources to continue working in a job that will never lift them above the poverty line. Enter New School's Institute on Race and Political Economy with a proposal that would guarantee every adult a yearly income of $12,500 and $4,500 more for each of their children. This would be through a federal income tax deduction, which would phase out as the family gained higher income from other sources. But they estimate the cost at $876 billion a year. I can already hear the squawks over that price tag. Well, in recent decades, Washington has poured trillions of dollars into the war in the Middle East, tax cuts for the rich, health insurance subsidies, coronavirus relief, and on and on. We can find the money to attack poverty head on. The problem is that doing so just is not a priority. Are there those who enjoy living on the dole and are just unwilling to work? Damn right there are. But, again, if you're honest, you also know that crowd is dwarfed by another willing to do hard work. It's simply not fair to keep them poor with ridiculously low wages and not a hope of getting out of the rut of poverty. In fact, it's downright immoral.